back to TechSheck. We continue moving along. I can't even keep count of how many episodes we've done now, so we're going to stop counting. But we keep bringing you cool and interesting concepts out of Pakistan. And today, guess what? Pakistan's first homegrown messaging application. And recently, just hit 1 million downloads. Great stuff, guys. I want to introduce today Adnan, Lotia, and Shahbaz Ali Jamote. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Faruk. Thanks for having us. We're very happy to be here.
Happy to have you here. That's a big milestone, guys. So as always in the TechSheck format, we're going to dive right in. First of all, tell us, what is TelloTalk?
All right, Adnan, I'll take that one.
Sure.
So TelloTalk is basically our attempt to give Pakistan a place in the digital realm that they can call home. So that's for Pakistanis everywhere. We believe that as soon as people are coming online in Pakistan, we were quite late to the broadband game. But as soon as mobile broadband services were rolled out for Pakistan back in 2017, there was this explosion of user base that started to happen. And the first thing that people do is they go onto a social media platform, right? And then we saw an opportunity for social media platforms, whether they're a messaging application or not, to aggregate services as well. So you can do a lot more and use messaging as a universal services interface. So it's more to do with what WeChat does than what WhatsApp does. So we believe that if we open up that doorway, we can accelerate a lot of digital adoption in Pakistan for a population with a median age of 23.5 years and young population, social media savvy. And we saw a huge opportunity over there, which is why we went down that road to basically localize, hyper-localize messaging for Pakistan.
Awesome. Oh, that's great. Very interesting concept. And so quick question along those lines. So there's a lot of the messaging players out there, like, I think most of us use WhatsApp all the time. What's the differentiator?
So when we started, that was a question we kept asking ourselves as well, right? But we knew that if we are to drive digital services adoption and digital literacy and even financial inclusion on social media platforms, it was going to be very difficult for other platform providers like WhatsApp to execute them in Pakistan because they have no corporate presence in Pakistan. There's no infrastructure localization, so regulators can't really regulate services which are to do with fintech or even communication as well. And then there's also a lack of customization options as well, right? With the platform that people can call their own, the first thing that we did, or what we noticed, is the current platforms, a lot of people are sending each other voice notes. And when we realized why the common Pakistani is doing that, we realized there was no way for them to speak to each other in their own languages. So TelloTalk, for example, from the get-go, we've got 6 regional languages keyboards embedded into it. So you could speak to each other in Urdu, Pashto, Punjabi, Saraiki, Balochi. So all regional languages of Pakistan are supported. So people can talk to each other, they can understand each other, facilitate that communication as well. Second of all, the other distinctive advantage that we have is all of our infrastructure and all of our data is also localized. You see, Adnan and I, we've got about 14 years of experience in mobile value-added services, in which we used to connect enterprises in Pakistan with mobile subscribers in Pakistan using SMS and IVR as a gateway service. So we used to execute a lot of banking services, e-government services, so had a lot of experience in which we knew if we were to execute those kind of services on a messaging platform, an OTP app, then there's going to be a lot of data regulation that has to be complied with, and only a local player will be able to do that. So from the get-go, TelloTalk is completely localized, not only in terms of content and languages in Pakistan, but also infrastructure and data.
Interesting. So what's the monetization model? How are you guys going to make this thing live?
So that's something that I think is the easy part eventually. The hard part is to making sure that it becomes an engine where people are socializing and are actually connecting on. Because then there's so many avenues that open up then because primarily is what our core experience has been in this market, is to connect enterprises to talk to their customers on a social media platform. So for example, even today on TelloTalk, any corporation can open up a B2C chat channel and start doing multimedia chat with their customers rather than doing SMS based interactions that they're doing right now. So that would be one aspect of it in which, for the customer, it's free, for the corporation, it's charged. The other way, similarly, when we are in the corporate space, a corporation can use TelloTalk to open internal communication channels as well. So they could have a private hosted sessions in which they could have, chat channels if they're not available for the common users to see, but something that they could interact with as well. Then you've got, because we are integrating communication, commerce, content, and community all onto a messaging platform, then there's content services as well, which could be premium content based, which could also be supported through advertisement as well. So it's just the sky's the limit as well. So
Awesome.
There's so many avenues that we can pursue. Yeah.
Very cool. Very interesting. So last question, and this will bring us home. What do you need from the diaspora? Money, expertise, anything required from this side?
Both. Actually, from the expertise angle, because this is so brand new and the pool of talent available for Pakistan, because nobody's doing social media in Pakistan, nobody's doing messaging services in Pakistan. So there's so much that we are learning on the fly, and that's expertise and talent that we're developing as we go. So I believe that could be accelerated if we are interacting with our diaspora who have had expertise into it, how to scale those systems, how to make sure that if we are to indigenize our messaging as well as our infrastructure, what's the best way around it. So that's something we would be keenly, would love to connect with anybody who would love to reach out with us. The other thing obviously is, alhamdulillah, now that TelloTalk is taking off and then we've got this trajectory and momentum going as well, we are now kicking into our fundraising mode as well once again. So anybody who's interested to be part of that journey, we'd love to connect with them.
Fantastic. Sounds great. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. As you see, we try to keep the format very quick, punchy, so we can keep people's attention. For the audience out there, thank you again for your support. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That really helps us keep this thing moving. We're at past 32 episodes now, and we're still moving along. We got some new interesting projects we're also cooking. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye on our social media links. Please follow us there. That's how we're going to keep this thing going and keep the positivity flowing into the Pakistani tech ecosystem. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me today. If people have questions or comments, please, all of our media channels are open. Let us know. We can even connect you with these folks if you're interested in learning more.